Hey, how you doing out there, YouTube? I am Artie Rose, and welcome to my live stream for today. Been away a couple days, and I don't know if we did one yesterday. I don't think so. Anyway, but welcome. Hope you enjoyed today's live stream. We are in the middle of a. Hold on, I got to take a break. Hold on one second. Okay, sorry about that. I had a phone call coming in and I had to take it. Anyway, so welcome to the live stream. As I was saying before, we're in the middle of the World Series for the greatest of all time baseball league with Out of the Park Baseball 26. We have the 1927 Yankees matched up against the 2016 Cubs. Right now, it's tied at a game apiece, and we are now going to be shifting over to Wrigley Field for Game 3. We've had a couple of wild ball games for the first two games. First one, the Yankees took 16-13, and the Cubs were rallying to come back. I think they put up 7 or 8 runs in the top of the ninth, but came up short. Second game, the Yankees were leading for the whole game, and then in the top of the 10th, the Cubs tied the game up, and in the top of the 10th, they scored 8 runs and just like blew the Yankees out. So interesting to see how Game 3 is going to shake out. With that, let's get to the game screen. And here we are. Okay, so we have tonight's matchup, pitching-wise, will be Herb Pennock for the Yankees. In 17 games, he's got a 2.2 record and a 4.50 ERA. I've been saying that the Yankees pitching staff has been giving up a lot of runs. For the Cubs, Kyle Hendricks, the Cubs have played 20 games, and Hendricks has won 4 of those games. He's 4-0, and his ERA is 2.61. So let's get to the lineup screens. Yankees are going to be batting first, and they're going to send up pretty much the order they've been using throughout the whole series. Bob Musial, the designated hitter, is going to lead off, followed by Earl Coombs, who's on fire in center field, batting second. Lou Gehrig is going to bat third at first base. Babe Ruth will be the Left fielder, bat fourth. Tony Lazzari, the second baseman, will bat fifth. He'll be followed by Pat Collins, the catcher. Mark Koenig, the shortstop, batting seventh. Ben Pascal, the right fielder, batting eighth. And Joe Dugan, the third baseman, will be batting ninth. So let's go to Wrigley Field. It's an 8:05 start here in Wrigley Field. Defensively, for the Cubs, we have Ben Zobrist in left field, Alberto Almora Jr. in center, Jason Hayward in right. Chris Bryant is at third, Addison Russell is at short, Javi Baez, the second baseman, and Anthony Rizzo's at first. Wilson Contreras behind the plate, and Kyle Hendricks is on the mound. In the regular season, Hendricks was 6-8 with a 3.68 ERA. I'm just curious. I want to see. Kyle Hendricks was like their number 2 starter, right? Anyway, so here we are. Bob Newsel steps in. He's batting .282 in the playoffs and World Series together. And here we go. The pitch. Ground ball, first baseman Rizzo takes it. Tosses over to Hendricks, covering first for the first out. Earl Coombs, batting .373 with 4 home runs and 10 RBIs, steps in. Swing and a miss, and that's the second out. Lou Gehrig. Lou Gehrig having a great postseason, batting .333 with 8 home runs and 21 RBIs. Pitch. There's a fly ball to right field, and Hayward is there to take it, and that's the side. No runs, no hits, no errors for the Yankees. We go to the bottom of the first. The lineup for the Cubs is Dexter Fowler, the DH, batting first. Javi Baez is the second baseman, batting second. Anthony Rizzo, the first baseman, batting third. Chris Bryant, the third baseman, batting fourth. Wilson Contreras, batting fifth. Ben Zobrist, batting sixth. Albert Almora Jr., the center fielder, batting seventh. Jason Hayward, who's in a slump, is batting eighth. And Addison Russell is batting ninth. Herb Pennock on the mound for the Yankees. In the regular season, Pennock won 10 games, lost 8, and had a 4.27 ERA. So here we go, Pennock against Fowler. Teams are both pretty evenly matched. Ground ball to second, Gehrig takes it himself, and that's the first out. Javi Baez going to step in. He's batting .324 with 3 home runs and 12 RBIs. Pennock. Ground ball, Pennock takes it over to Gehrig at first for the second out. That'll bring up Anthony Rizzo. In the playoffs and World Series, he's batting .321 with 7 home runs and 13 RBIs. The left-hander, Pennock, looks in for the sign. Here's the pitch. Ground ball through the infield into left field. That should be a double. And Rizzo slides in with a double. 2-out double for Rizzo. And that'll bring up Chris Bryant, the cleanup hitter, bat .274 with 4 home runs and 11 RBIs. Pennock looks in. Now it deals. Ground ball. That's Lazzari over to first, and that'll do it. So the Cubs get nothing, leave a man on base, and the score at the end of one is 0-0. Babe Ruth is going to lead off for the Yankees in the top of the second. He'll be followed by Tony Lazzeri and Pat Collins. Ruth bat .362 with 11 home runs and 31 RBIs in, I believe it's 18 games they've played, the Yankees, and in the playoffs. Ruth. And it's a walk to Ruth. Ruth's on first. Ruth has stolen a base in the postseason. Tony Lazzeri steps in. He is batting .309. He's got 10 home runs and 20 RBIs. And caught looking, strike three. That's the first out. That'll bring up Pat Collins, the catcher, batting .312. Got 4 home runs in the postseason and 9 RBIs. Hendricks deals, ground ball, taken, throws over the first. That's the second out. But Ruth advances to second. So 2 outs and a man on second for Mark Koenig, the shortstop. He's batting .246 with 2 home runs and 9 RBIs. The pitch popped up. Anthony Rizzo, the first baseman, takes it, and that's it for the Yankees. They just get a walk, no runs, they leave a man on base. Go to the bottom of the second, and still 0-0. Wilson Contreras is going to lead off the second for the Cubs, followed by Ben Zobrist and Albert Almora Jr. Pennick looks in and now deals. That's a line shot, and it's over the head of the center fielder. And that's going to be a double for Contreras. So leadoff man is on. Runner on second, nobody out for Ben Zobrist. Zobrist batting .319 in the playoffs. Pitch. Ground ball. A little nubber to the mound. Pennick takes it, throws over the first for the first out. Contreras doesn't go anywhere. That'll bring up Albert Almora Jr., the center fielder. Pitch. That's a fly ball. Ruth is there, puts it away, 2 outs. So Jason Hayward now, with 2 outs and a man on second here in the bottom of the second, faces Pennick. Pitch. That's going to be a base hit. Will it score? Contreras. And the throw. And he's out at the plate. That ends the inning. Contreras tried to score on the single and gets gunned down at the plate. And that'll do it. So at the end of 2, the score is still 0-0 here at Wrigley Field. Go to the top of the third. Hendricks got 34 pitches. He's going to face Ben Pascal, Joe Dugan, and Bob Musial. Pascal steps in, bat .265 with 6 home runs. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. And that's the first out. Joe Dugan steps in, bat .250. Hendricks deals. Popped up. Foul ground. Rizzo's there. Puts it away for the second out. Bob Musial, the number 1 hitter, is up 0 for 1. In the regular season, Musial batted .258 with 21 home runs as the DH. Pitch. Popped up. Second baseman Baez takes it, and that is it for the Yankees. No runs, no hits, no errors, no one left on base. And we go to the bottom of the third, and we still have a scoreless game here. The Cubs will send up Addison Russell, the number 9 hitter, batting first, and he'll be followed by Dexter Fowler and then Javi Baez. Pennick has got 37 pitches after 2 innings of work. Here he is to deal with Russell. Pitch, ground ball, Dugan picks it up, throws over to Gehrig, and that's the first out. Dexter Fowler, the leadoff hitter, 0 for 1. Pennick deals, and ground ball to short. Koenig, they just get him at first. 2 outs. Javi Baez steps in. Baez is 0 for 1. In the regular season, Baez batted .301 with 13 home runs and 62 RBIs. Pennick deals, swing and a miss, and that's it. 1, 2, 3 for Chicago. That strikeout is Baez's 20th strikeout in the postseason. So at the end of 3 innings, we have no score here in Game 3 of the World Series. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back for Okay, we're back for the top of the 4th here in Wrigley Field. We have no score between the 1927 Yankees and the 2016 Cubs. In fact, the Yankees have yet to get a hit against Kyle Hendricks here in this ballgame. Earl Coombs is going to lead it off. He'll be followed by Lou Gehrig and then Babe Ruth. Coombs in the regular season batted .338 with 21 home runs and 71 RBIs. There's a long shot, center field, deep, and it's gone. So the Yankees get on the board with their first hit, a 415-foot home run by Earl Coombs. That's Coombs' 5th home run of the postseason. That'll bring up Lou Gehrig. Lou Gehrig now, nobody out here in the top of the 4th. Hendricks deals, swing and a miss. That's his 4th strikeout, and that's the first out of the inning. Babe Ruth steps in. Babe Ruth in the regular season batted an even .300 with 39 home runs and 90 runs batted in. Kendricks deals. And he walks him. I believe that's the 2nd walk to Ruth. Right, pitching him very carefully. So, 1 out. Ruth is on first. Tony Lazzeri steps in. Lazzeri in the regular season batted .278 with 31 home runs and 73 RBIs. Pitch, ground ball, second base. Baez over the second, over the first, double play. And that will end the inning, I believe. Yes, it does. The Yankees get a run on the home run by Coombs. We go to the bottom of the 4th with a 1-0 score, and Anthony Rizzo steps in. Rizzo, on the regular season, batted .328 with 23 home runs and 72 RBIs. Panik, in 3 innings of work, has got 48 pitches to his pitch count. Panik looks in and now deals. That's going to be a base hit into right field for Rizzo. So Rizzo delivers a base hit, and now that'll bring up Chris Bryant. Chris Bryant in the regular season batted .242 with 22 home runs. Rizzo has got 2 stolen bases in the postseason, so he does venture out to steal. Popped up. Second baseman Lazzeri takes it, and that's the first out. Wilson Contreras. Contreras is 1 for 1. He doubled his last time up. Here he is to face Panik. That's going to be caught. Line drive in left field for the second out. Ben Zobrist, 0 for 1, steps in. Rizzo is on first. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th. Pitch. That's in the gap. And nope, Pascal is there, puts it away for the 3rd out. So, nothing. They get no runs on 1 base hit and leave a man on. So the score at the end of 4 is the Yankees of 1927 1 and the Cubs of 2016 nothing. We go to the 5th inning. Hendricks has got 61 pitches, and Pat Collins is going to step in. He's 0 for 1. Collins on the regular season batted .249 with 21 home runs and 40 RBIs. Kyle. That's a shot to left, way back, and it's way out of here. Way out of here. That's Collins's, I believe it's his 5th home run in the postseason. 459 feet. Let's see that again. A curveball that hung there, and there was no doubt about that. No doubt about it. And now the score is the Yankees 2 and the Cubs of 2016 nothing. Mark Koenig steps in. He's 0 for 1. Pitch. Center field fly ball. Mora Jr. is there, puts it away for the first out. Ben Pascal Pascal in the regular season batted .299, and he had 31 home runs. The number 8 hitter, 33 home runs, 31 home runs. What a powerhouse team this was. Anyway, Hendricks looks in, and the pitch. Swing and a miss, and that's 2 outs. Joe Dugan steps in. Regular season, Dugan batted .281 and had 8 home runs. Hendricks kicks and deals, and he strikes him out looking. So the Yankees get another run on the home run by Collins, and now, after 4.5 innings, the 1927 Yankees have 2, and the Chicago Cubs of 2016, nothing. Bottom of the 4th. Albert Almora Jr. He's 0 for 1 in the regular season. Almora Jr. batted .315 with 14 home runs. Pennick has got 60 pitches after 4 innings of work. Kicks and deals, and it's a little nubber picked up by Collins. Throw over the first, and that's the first out. Jason Hayward. Hayward had a base hit his last time up. Here he is to face Pennock. Kicks and deals. Ground ball. Lazari's up with it. Over the first, and that's the second out. That'll bring up Addison Russell, the number 9 hitter. 0 for 1 in this game. Russell in the regular season only batted .219, but he hit 16 home runs. Pennick. And a called strike 3, and that's the inning. Nothing across for Chicago. The score at the end of 5. The Yankees of 1927, 2, and the Cubs of 2016, nothing. We go to the top of the order here at the top of the 6th for the Yankees. Hendricks, sitting at 72 pitches, will face Bob Musial. He's 0 for 2 today. Musial had 21 home runs in the regular season. Hendricks kicks and deals. Ground ball up the middle, picked up by Baez, and he throws him out at first for the first out. Earl Coombs. Coombs homered his last time up. The deep center field. Here he is to face Hendricks for the 3rd time. And that's a line drive. Ben Sobrist is there, puts it away for the 2nd out. Lou Gehrig steps in. Ground ball. Oh, that was Rizzo. Took it, almost threw it away, but puts him out at first. Yankees go down in order, and the score remains 2-0. Bottom of the 6th. Top of the order for the Cubs. Dexter Fowler, 0 for 2 against Pennick. Pennick sitting at 69 pitches after 5 innings of work. He kicks and deals to Fowler here. There's a line shot, and that's going to be in the gap. Definitely going to be 2. Go for 3, and he's in there with a triple. Dexter Fowler, lead-off triple here in the top of the 6th for the Cubs. Javi Baez steps in. He's 0 for 2. He's got a man on 3rd. Nobody out. Pitch. That's going to be a line drive. Pascal is there, and here comes the throw to home, and he is safe. So the Cubs are on the board and make the score now 2-1 in favor of the 1927 Yankees. So with 1 out and nobody on, here's Anthony Rizzo. Rizzo's 2 for 2 today, bringing his average for the postseason up to .337. Pennick kicks and deals. Ground ball up the middle. That's Koenig over the first, and they put him out. 2 outs. Now the cleanup hitter, Chris Bryant's going to step in against Pennick. He is 0 for 2. Pitch. Fly ball. Pascal underneath it, takes it, and that's it. But the Cubs get on the board here in the bottom of the 6th. And now the score at the end of 6 is the 1927 Yankees 2 and the Cubs of 2016 1. We're going to take a break, and we will be right back after this. Okay, we're back to cover the 7th, 8th, and 9th innings. Babe Ruth is going to lead off here in the top of the 7th. He's 0 for 0. He's got no at-bats. He's got 2 walks. Hendricks sitting at 82 pitches after 6 innings of work. Here's the pitch to Ruth. Swing and a miss. And that's the first out. That is Hendricks' 7th strikeout. That'll bring up Tony Lazzeri. Lazzeri is 0 for 2 in the game. The Yankees only have 2 hits, but both those hits were home runs. Pitch. Swing and a miss. And that's 2 outs. Pat Collins, who had one of those 2 home runs, steps in against Hendricks. Pitch, ground ball, Rizzo up with it, throws over to Hendricks covering first, and that is the inning. So, nothing across for the Yankees, and the score remains after 6.5. The 1927 Yankees 2 and the Cubs of 2016 1 here in Game 3 of the World Series. Bottom of the 7th, the Cubs will send up Wilson Contreras, Ben Zobrist, and Albert Almora Jr. to face Herb Pennock, who's sitting at 82 pitches after 6 innings. He's struck out 2. He hasn't walked anybody. Here's Contreras. Line drive right to Dugan, puts it away, 1 out. Ben Zobrist. Zobrist, 0 for 2 against Pennock. Pitch, swing and a miss, and that is the 2nd out. Albert Almora Jr., 0 for 2. Pennock looks in, kicks, deals, ground ball. Gehrig takes it, throws over to Pennock covering first, and that is the inning. Nothing across for the Cubs. So the score remains 2-1. The 1927 Yankees in the lead. Mark Koenig is going to lead off the 8th inning for the Yankees of 1927 against Hendricks. Hendricks sitting at 98 pitches after 7 innings of work. Struck out 8 and walked 2. Kendricks deals, and that's the 3rd walk issued by Kendricks. Ben Pascal step in. Koenig's on first. Koenig, no stolen bases. Dugan, 0 for 2. Pitch from Hendricks. Another walk. So, 2 men on. Hendricks might be running out of gas. Although, it says he's in good shape here with 108 pitches. Joe Dugan steps in. Dugan is 0 for 2. The pitch, ground ball picked up by shortstop over the second. They get 1. That's all they get. So that's 1 out. Runners are on the corners for Bob Musial. Bob Musial is 0 for 3. Pitch. And it's a walk, and that loads the bases with 1 out for Earl Coombs. Earl Coombs has got the other hit, which was a home run back in the 4th inning for the Yankees. Hendricks kicks, deals, swing and a miss, strike 3. That's 2 outs. That was a big strikeout for Hendricks. Big. Gehrig, who can do much damage, is up. He is 0 for 3 as well. Pitch. And down the line in the corner. That's going to be a double at least, and it might clear the bases. Three in, and it's a triple for Gehrig. So a 3-run triple for Lou Gehrig makes the score 5-1. Yankees over the Cubs here in Game 3 of the World Series. Babe Ruth will step in with 2 outs and Gehrig on third against Hendricks. Hendricks, if he doesn't get Babe Ruth to end the inning, I'm going to imagine it's going to be taken out at this point. Pitch. And he strikes him out, and that is the end of the top half of the 8th. The Yankees scored 3 runs on a base-clearing triple by Lou Gehrig. And the score now, at the end of 7.5 innings, the Yankees of 1927, 5, and the Cubs of 2016, 1. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Herb Pennock is still in there. He's got 98 pitches in 7 innings of work. He's going to face Jason Heyward. Hayward's 1 for 2. Pennock kicks, deals. Ground ball. Lazzari picks it up over to Gehrig for the first out. Addison Russell will step in. He's 0 for 2. He's batting .211 here in the postseason to face Pennick. Pitch. Fly ball, left field. Babe Ruth is there for the second out. Dexter Fowler. Dexter Fowler had a base hit his last time up. He's the leadoff hitter to face Pennick here in the bottom of the 8th. Pitch. Ground ball. Lazari's up with it over to first, and that'll do it. That'll do it. 3 up, 3 down for the Cubs of 2016. Score is still Yankees of 1927 5 and the Cubs of 2016 1 here in Game 3 of the World Series. Tony Lazzeri is going to lead off the top of the 9th for the Yankees. Hendricks is still in there with 133 pitches. He struck out 10 and walked 5. The pitch. Fly ball, center field. Almora Jr. is there, puts it away for the first out. Okay, Collins, who hit a home run back in the 5th inning, stands in against Hendricks. The pitch. Swing and a miss. That's strikeout number 11 for Hendricks. Koenig steps in. 0 for 2. 2 outs. Nobody on here. Top of the 9th. The pitch. Ground ball through the infield for a base hit. And Koenig is on here with 2 outs. That's going to be it for Kyle Hendricks. They're going to bring in Pedro Strop. Pedro Strop has only pitched in 2.2 innings here in the postseason, but he's given up no runs. He struck out 6 and walked 4. In the regular season, Strop had a 1-1 record, but he strikes out in 17 innings. He's got 17 strikeouts with a 7.94 ERA. A little elevated there. Ben Pascal is going to step in. He's 0 for 2 with a man on first here. 2 outs in the top of the 9th. Strop. Swing and a miss. And that'll do it for the Yankees. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, a man left on. And the 1927 Yankees are still in the lead here, going to the bottom of the 9th. But you can't count these Cubs out, obviously, because they've scored, I think, a total of 17 runs in their last at-bats in the first 2 games. Pennick is going to try and close out the game for the Yankees. He's got 104 pitches, and he's going to face Javi Baez to lead it off here in the bottom of the 9th. The pitch. Swing and a miss. That's the first out. That's Pennick's 4th strikeout. He has not walked anybody. Anthony Rizzo is going to step in. Rizzo's 2 for 3 in his game. Pennick. Ground ball. Joe Duggan's up with it. Over to first, and that's the second out. So the Cubs, down to their last out, send up Chris Bryant, their cleanup hitter, to try and keep their hopes alive. Pennick kicks, deals. Strike 3, swing and a miss, and that's the ball game. So the Yankees of 1927 have beaten the 2016 Cubs here in Game 3 of the World Series and take a 2 games to 1 lead over the 2016 Cubs. Pretty decisive win. Herb Pennick turned in a stellar performance in Game 3. Complete game shutout. What are you talking about? It wasn't a shutout. Yeah, no, there was a one. They scored 1 run. Anyway, that's interesting. So, let's finish today. Let me take a quick break. We'll come back. Hey, so here we are. Wait a second. I want to bring a little more light to the. I'll be right back. Hold on. Okay, that's a little bit better. The lighting in here was getting a little dark as it's getting dark outside, and yeah, I want to bring in a little more light. So we just completed Game 3. Yankees won it decisively, 5-1. So I'm thinking about maybe just going on to Game 4 because I really want to get this completed and move ahead to a second season of the greatest of all time league. And so, yeah, let's go to the gameplay screen and see what kind of a matchup we have. We have Wade Hoyt against John Lackey. If we go, can I go to the Yankees? Yes, okay. So Wade Hoyt is their number 4 starter. He went 7-7 with a 4.88 ERA during the regular season. So yeah, let's go back and let's see. The Cubs, Lackey is their number 4 starter. He was 9-4 with a 4.66 ERA. So John Lackey, I'm sorry, against Wade Hoyt. Let's get to the game. Okay, prospective lineups here for Game 4. Bob Musial for the Yankees leads off. Earl Coombs, center fielder, bat second. Lou Gehrig, first baseman, batting third. Babe Ruth in left field's batting fourth, followed by Tony Lazzeri, the second baseman. Pat Collins will bat sixth, the catcher. Shortstop Mark Koenig will bat seventh. Right fielder Ben Pascal will bat eighth, and Joe Dugan will bat ninth. Let's get to the game screen. Defensively for the Cubs, again, it's Ben Zobrist in left, Albert Almora Jr. in center, and Jason Hayward in right. Chris Bryant at third, Addison Russell at short, Javi Baez at second, and Anthony Rizzo at first. Wilson Contreras is behind the plate, and John Lackey. In the postseason, he's got 2 wins, 1 loss. He's pitched 28 innings to a 3.21 ERA. Bob Musial steps in, the DH. He's bat 272 in the postseason, 5 home runs and 8 RBIs. So here is the first pitch of the game. Another beautiful night here in Wrigley Field. And the pitch. Fly ball, way back in center field, over the center fielder's head, bounces off the wall. Almora Jr. takes the carom and throws it in and holds Musial to a double. So, leadoff double by Musial against John Lackey. Earl Coombs steps in. Bat 367 with 5 home runs and 11 RBIs in the postseason. Lackey looks in, kicks and deals, ground ball. Baez picks it up, throws over the first for the first out, but Musial goes to third. That'll bring up Lou Gehrig. Gehrig bat 329 with 8 home runs here in the postseason to face Lackey. The pitch, ground ball. Oh, diving stop by Baez, but a throwing error causes Musial to score, and Gehrig is safe at first. So the Yankees take a quick lead here, 1-0 in the top of the first. I'll bring up Babe Ruth. 1 out, 1 run in, and Lou Gehrig is on first. There's a base hit into center field. Gehrig stays at second. So, Yankees now have 2 men on, and Tony Lazzeri comes to the plate. Lazzeri's batting .292 with 10 home runs and 20 RBIs in the postseason. The pitch. Ground ball. Baez is up with it over the first. That's the second out. But both Ruth and Gehrig advance, so there's runners on second and third for Collins. Collins had a home run in yesterday's game. He's batting .309 in the postseason. In the regular season, he had 21 home runs and 40 RBIs. Lackey looks in, the pitch. Fly ball, center field. Almora Jr. is there and puts it away. So Lackey gets out of it with minimal damage. 1 run. So the score is the Yankees 1 and Chicago coming up to bat at the bottom of the first. For the Cubs, their lineup is Dexter Fowler, the DH, batting first. Albert Almora Jr. is batting second in center field. Anthony Rizzo, the first baseman, bats third. Chris Bryant, the third baseman, bats fourth. Ben Zobrist is the left fielder. He's batting fifth. Wilson Contreras batting sixth. Javi Baez, the second baseman, batting seventh. Jason Hayward in right field batting eighth, and Addison Russell is the number 9 hitter at shortstop. So the Yankees have Babe Ruth in left. Earl Coombs in center and Ben Pascal in right. Joe Dugan at third. Mark Koenig at short. Tony Lazzari at second. Lou Gehrig at first. Pat Collins behind the plate and Wade Hoyt on the mound. Hoyt in the postseason's got a 2-0 record. He's got a 5.50 ERA. He's pitched 18 innings. So it looks like he pitched, maybe he pitched 2 complete games. So here he is against Fowler. Ground ball. Lazzari charging. And it's a infield single for Fowler. So Fowler's on first with nobody out. Fowler has got 4 stolen bases, so he is a threat to steal here. Can Hoyt hold him? There's a shot to right field, way back, and caught at the warning track. So, 1 out. Fowler still at first, and here's Rizzo. Rizzo, swing and a miss for the 2nd out. Chris Bryant, 2 outs, man on first. Bottom of the first. And it's a walk, so that'll be first and second with 2 out for Ben Zobrist. Zobrist bat .307 in the postseason. Pitch. And it's called strike 3. That'll do it for the Cubs. They don't score, and they leave 2 men on. Score at the end of 1 inning, the Yankees 1 and the Cubs nothing. Game 4 of the World Series. The greatest of all time baseball league here. Out of the Park Baseball 26. Mark Koenig, Ben Pascal, and Joe Dugan, the bottom third of the order, to face Lackey. To pitch from Lackey. Ground ball. Rizzo up with it, takes it himself. 1 out. Ben Pascal. Pascal batting .254 in the postseason. Fly ball, right field. Hayward there, takes it. 2nd out. Joe Dugan steps in. Dugan batting .238 in the postseason. 1 home run and 6 RBIs against John Lackey. Pitch. Fly ball. Easy out for Hayward, and that does it for the Yankees. They go down in order. Nothing across. And the score is still Yankees 1, Cubs nothing. Wilson Contreras is going to lead off the second inning for the Cubs against Wade Hoyt. Pitch. Call strike 3. 1 out. Javi Baez, second baseman, batting .311 in the postseason. 3 home runs and 13 RBIs. Hoyt kicks, deals, swing and a miss. Strike 3. That's the 2nd out. Jason Hayward steps in, batting just .211. He's in a slump. Wade Hoyt kicks, deals, ground ball, little number, going to be tough, and that is it. They get him at first. No runs, no hits, no errors for the Cubs, and the score is still 1-0 Yankees here at the end of 2 innings. Yankees will send up the top of their order. Bob Musial. Musial had a double his last time up. Here's the pitch. Ground ball. Baez is there, picks it up, throws over to first, and it's the 1st out. Earl Coombs is going to step in. Pitch. Ground ball. Russell picks it up over the first 2 outs. Lou Gehrig steps in. Gehrig Didn't he hit a triple his last time up? No, he didn't. That was the last game. Sorry. Anyway, Gehrig. And it's a walk to Gehrig. And I'll bring up Babe Ruth. 2 outs. Gehrig on first. Pitch to Ruth. Fly ball. Almora Jr. is there. Takes it. And that's it for the Yankees. No runs. No hits. No errors. And the score remains at the end of 2.5 innings. The Yankees 1 and the Cubs nothing. Addison Russell, the number 9 hitter, going to lead off against Wade Hoyt. Wade Hoyt's got 31 pitches going into the 3rd inning. Pitch. Ground ball. Dugan up with it. Over to first and 1 away. Dexter Fowler. Fowler got 1 hit his last time up against Hoyt. Hoyt kicks, steals. That's going to be another hit in the gap. Could be a double. Might be a triple. Going to third. Throw over to third. He's in there with a triple. Fowler with a triple. I just want to see something. Fowler triple. That was it. So it was a single and a triple for Fowler. So, Albert Almora Jr. steps in with a man on third and 1 out. Almora Jr. 0 for 1. Batting .235 in the playoffs in the regular season. He batted .315. Hoyt, pitch. And he strikes him out with a 2nd out. Anthony Rizzo. Rizzo on fire here for the Cubs in the postseason. Batting .326 with 7 home runs. Ground ball. Lazzeri up with it. Over to first, and that'll do it. So no runs across for the Cubs. And at the end of 3, the score is still the Yankees of 1927 1 and the Cubs of 2016 nothing. We're going to take a quick break and come back with the next 3 innings. Okay, we are back. We're back for the fourth, fifth, and sixth innings here. John Lackey has got 44 pitches in 3 innings of work. He's going to face Tony Lazzeri, Pat Collins, and Mark Koenig here in the top of the fourth. Lazzeri's 0 for 1. Excuse me. Pitch from Lackey. And on the outside corner, strike 3 for the first out. Pat Collins steps in. He's 0 for 1. Lackey. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. That's Lackey's second strikeout of the game. Excuse me. Mark Koenig with 2 outs and nobody on here in the fourth inning. Lackey kicks, deals. Ground ball. Baez is up with it. Over the first, routine ground ball to end the inning. Nothing across for the Yankees, and the score is still 1-0 Yankees going into the bottom of the fourth. Wade Hoyt, after 3 innings, sitting at 52 pitches, he's going to face Chris Bryant, Ben Zobrist, and Wilson Contreras here in the bottom of the fourth. Hoyt kicks and deals. And on the outside corner, for a cold strike. 1 out. Ben Zobrist steps in. He's 0 for 1. Hoyt. And a called strike 3. That's Hoyt's 7th strikeout of the game. 2 outs now. Wilson Contreras steps in. Contreras 0 for 1. Hoyt. Fly ball. Coombs dives and catches it. Sliding catch to end the inning. So the Cubs go 1-2-3 here in the fourth. And the score at the end of 4 remains the 27 Yankees 1 and the 2016 Cubs 0. Lackey comes out for the 5th inning to face Ben Pascal, Joe Dugan, and Bob Musial. Pascal's 0 for 1 in this game. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3 for the first out. Joe Dugan steps in against John Lackey. Lackey seems to be getting stronger as the game goes on. Kicks, deals. Fly ball, right field. Hayward is there. Puts it away for the second out. Bob Musial steps in. He's 1 for 2. And the pitch. Check swing, and he walks him. That was a 3-2 pitch. He was able to hold up. So Musial's on with 2 outs. They'll send up Earl Coombs. Coombs is 0 for 2. Fly ball. Almora Jr. gets under it in right center, puts it away, and that's it for the Yankees in the 5th inning. They leave a man on, but they remain in the lead 1-0 here. Going into the bottom of the 5th. Hoyt to face Baez, Jason Hayward, and Addison Russell. Hoyt's got 7 strikeouts and 1 walk in this game. He deals. Fly ball. That's going to be a base hit in center field. But Baez is on. Baez has 4 stolen bases, so he is a threat to steal. With Hayward at the plate. Hayward's 0 for 1. And they pick him off. Hoyt picks off Baez at first. So, there's 1 out now. Hayward is up there now with nobody on. The pitch. Ground ball. Hoyt picks it up over the first, and there's the second out. Addison Russell. Russell is 0 for 1. He walked his last time up. The pitch. Ground ball. Lazzeri's there. Over to first, and that is it for the Cubs in the 5th. So Hoyt is holding the Cubs. He's scattered 3 hits, and the score is still 1-0 here. Going into the 6th inning now. Lou Gehrig, Babe Ruth, and Tony Lazzeri, the middle third of the order for the Yankees. John Lackey sitting at 84 pitches here going into the 6th. Kicks, deals, fly ball, way back, left field, and it's gone. Lou Gehrig, home run to put the Yankees out in front now 2-0 over the 2016 Cubs here in the 6th inning. Opposite field home run for Lou Gehrig, his 9th of the postseason. That'll bring up Babe Ruth. Lackey kicks and deals. Ground ball. Baez picks it up over the first. That's the second out. That's the first out. I'm sorry. Tony Lazzeri, the second baseman. Swing and a miss. And that's the second out. Pat Collins. Collins batting .300 in the postseason. Lackey kicks, deals, and a called strike 3 to end the inning. But the Yankees put up another run on the Lou Gehrig home run and now lead the Cubs 2-0. Dexter Fowler is going to lead off. He's 2 for 2 in the ball game against Wade Hoyt. Ground ball. Dugan up with it at third base over to first, and that's the first out. That's the 81st pitch for Wade Hoyt. Albert Almora Jr. is going to step in. He's 0 for 2. Batting .233 in the postseason. In the regular season, he batted .315. Hoyt. And that's going to be a base hit, and it might be a double into the right field corner. Here comes Almora Jr. Slides in, and he's safe. So Almora Jr. stretches what should have been a single into a double. And Anthony Rizzo is going to step in. He is 0 for 2 against Hoyt. That's going to be a line drive. Base hit to left field. And here comes the throw at home, and he's safe. So the Cubs are on the board now, and the score is 2-1. Rizzo delivers an RBI single here in the bottom of the 6th. 1 out. Chris Bryant is up. Ground ball. This might be 2. No. And they get the force at second on a weak ground ball. So 2 outs. Bryant is at first. Now I'll bring up Ben Zobrist. Zobrist 0 for 2. Fly ball, right field, shallow right. Lazzeri goes back to get it, and that is it. But the Cubs get on the board and make the score now 2-1. We're going to take a short break. Now it's the end of the 6th, and we'll come back to finish the game after this break. Okay, we're back. Going to the top of the seventh now. Yankees are going to send up the bottom third of their order. Mark Koenig, Ben Pascal, and Joe Dugan face John Lackey. Lackey has got 96 pitches in 6 innings of work. He has struck out 5 batters and walked 2. He's really not pitching a bad ball game here, but the Yankees have the edge. Here's Koenig. Koenig is 0 for 2. And Lackey issues his 3rd walk of the ball game. Ben Pascal steps in. Pascal has got 6 home runs this postseason, but he hit 31 during the regular season. So a threat always for the long ball. And that's a line shot single into the left field. And it's going to be first and second now. Nobody out for Joe Dugan. Dugan in the regular season had 8 home runs and batted .281. Postseason is only batting .231. Lackey, pitch. Oh, line drive. Did they get him? They don't get him. It almost doubled him up. So that's 2 outs. No, they did double him up. Okay. They doubled up Dugan at first. So here's Musial with Koenig in scoring position. Musial is 1 for 2. Ground ball, shortstop, picks it up over the first, and that's the inning. The Yankees don't score here in the top of the 7th, and they still lead the game 2-1. Hoyt's coming out for the 7th inning. He's sitting at 104 pitches. He's got 7 strikeouts, 1 walk. He's going to face Wilson Contreras, Javi Baez, and Jason Hayward here in the 7th inning. The pitch, and that's going to be in the gap. That's going to be at least a double. And he's in there sliding for the double. Contreras leads it off. And now Tommy La Stella is going to bat for Javi Baez here in the 7th. La Stella has 4 hits and 8 at-bats in the postseason. In the regular season, he batted .301 with 3 home runs and 22 RBIs. So Hoyt faces Tommy La Stella. Pitch, ground ball. Dugan's up with it, checks the runner, and throws the first for the first down. And I'll bring up Jason Hayward. Hayward, 0 for 2 in the ball game. His average is now down to .205 in the postseason. In the regular season, he batted .245. The pitch, ground ball. First baseman Gehrig's up when it, takes it himself. Contreras advances to third. So, Cubs have a man at third. Addison Russell coming up to bat with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th. Cubs down 2-1. And that's going to be a line drive picked off by Koenig to end the inning. So, nothing across for the Cubs here. And the score remains 2-1 Yankees here in Game 4 of the World Series. Top of the 8th now, John Lackey has got 112 pitches. In 7 innings of work, he's going to face Earl Coombs, Lou Gehrig, and Babe Ruth. Lackey. And that's going to be a base hit into left field for Coombs to lead it off. So, Coombs got 3 stolen bases in the postseason. Lou Gehrig hit a home run, a 2-run home run, his last time up to face Lackey. Lackey deals. Fly ball. Left center field, Almora Jr. picks it off, and that is it. 1 out. Babe Ruth now with Coombs at first here in the top of the 8th. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. That's the second out. So Coombs still at first. Lazzeri coming up. Lazzeri's 0 for 3 against Lackey. Another pitch from Lackey. Ground ball. Russell picks it up, throws over to first, and that's it. So no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and a runner left on for the Yankees. And we go to the bottom of the 8th. Still a 2-1 score in favor of the Yankees here in Game 4 of the greatest of all time League World Series. Dexter Fowler, top of the order for the Cubs against Wade Hoyt. Fly ball. Coombs gets under it for the first down. Albert Almora Jr. 1 for 3 in the ball game to face Hoyt for the 4th time. Hoyt kicks, deals. Fly ball again. Here comes Coombs. No, actually, it's the shortstop, Koenig, out in shallow center field. They'll put it away. The second out. Anthony Rizzo. 1 for 3 and an RBI in this game against Hoyt. Hoyt kicks, deals. There's a fly ball, right field. Pascal is there, and that's it. No runs and no hits, no errors for the Cubs. And we go now to the top of the 9th with the Yankees leading the Cubs 2-1. The Cubs now go with Rob Zazrinsny to take over for John Lackey. Zazrinsny won the game yesterday. So in the postseason, he's won 2 games and lost 3. His ERA is 7.13. I don't know why they wouldn't put their closer in. Well, he did save 23 games, so I guess he would be considered a closer. So he's going to try and hold the Yankees here so that they can possibly come back in the bottom of the 9th and walk it off. So here's Pat Collins to lead off the top of the 9th for the Yankees. He is 0 for 3. Zazrinsny. Pitch. Oh, that's going to be a base hit to left field. So Collins leads off with a base hit. That'll bring up Mark Koenig. He's 0 for 2 to face Zazrinsny. Pitch. Ground ball. This could be 2. Second base, they only get 1. So 1 out. Koenig's on first now for Ben Pascal, the right fielder, against Zazrinsny. Pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. That's the second out. Dugan comes up. Dugan is 0 for 3. Swing and a miss. And that is it for the 9th inning for the Yankees. So, the Yankees are going to try and hold these Cubs and win this game in the bottom of the 9th. Wade Hoyt goes out for the 9th inning. He's got 124 pitches on the game. He struck out 7 and walked 1, giving up 6 hits and only 1 run. Good performance. And here's Chris Bryant. He's 0 for 2 in the game. Hoyt, the pitch. Ground ball. Line drive. Picked off by Hoyt for the first down. That's going to be it for Hoyt. They're going to bring in Walter Bial. Walter Bial has a 2.40 ERA in the postseason. He has struck out 18 batters in 11 innings. In 15 innings, I'm sorry. In the regular season, he didn't save any games. He won 6 games and lost 4 games and had a 5.04 ERA. Zobrist steps in. Zobrist is 0 for 3 in the game. He's batted .295 in the postseason. In the regular season, he batted .282. Here's Bial looking in for the sign, kicks and deals, fly ball. Ruth is there, puts it away for the second out. 1 out to go. Wilson Contreras, 1 for 3. He's going to face Bial here in the bottom of the ninth. Here's the pitch. And he walks them. So the Cubs stay alive. They got the tying run on first base and the winning run coming up with Tommy La Stella, who stayed in the game to play second base for Javi Baez. Bial looking to put it away for the Yankees. Pitch. That's going to be a base hit. So now, throw to third. And Contreras is in there. So it is runners at first and third. The tying run is at third. The winning run is at first. And Jason Hayward, who's probably the coldest batter in the lineup, is up. With 2 outs here in the bottom of the ninth. Walter Bial looks in. Ground ball, this should be it. Nazari over to Gehrig and puts it away. That's the ball game. So the Yankees of 1927 hold on here in Wrigley Field, Game 4, to win 2-1 over the 2016 Cubs. And now they take a 3-1 lead here in the World Series of the greatest of all time baseball league in Out of the Park 26. A tight ball game. But the Yankees hold on. So now we're going to go to Game 5. I don't think that I am going to bring you Game 5 today. You're lucky I brought you a doubleheader. This is the longest live stream I have done since I started doing this. I'm looking at it, it's almost an hour and 45 minutes. I know a lot of live streamers just go for like well over 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours. I don't think my voice could actually hold up that long. But anyway, so it's almost to the end of the World Series. The Yankees now have an advantage, 3-1. There'll be one more game in Wrigley Field tomorrow. Let's see who's going to actually be pitching this game tomorrow. Scheduled is George Pipgrass against John Lester. Pipgrass in the postseason's got a 4-0 record with a 2.39 ERA. So he's tough. And he's going to be facing John Lester, the number 2 pitcher in their rotation. So, interesting. That's interesting. So, the Yankees, again, go up 3-1. Looking like they might actually win this World Series, but you never can tell. The Cubs, tough team. They've been hot of late, so it'll be interesting to see what happens in Game 5. So until then, I'm going to say adios. Hope you have a nice rest of your evening, and I will see you on the next one.